going and doing the thing on Instagram and like talking about it on Instagram first, and then getting a bunch of people to come onto a Zoom, and then doing like a presentation that has like a specific topic to it. And so I'm pulling this one up that I did last week. I'm getting a ton of really, really good feedback on this. And before we get into anything else in the Q&A, I want to send it to you guys. And the subject of this particular one was how you turn what I call buying questions. Okay. Buying questions are, your work is so beautiful. You should really sell these things. Oh my gosh, you're talented. This work is amazing. It reminds me of such and such, right? Those are the types of buying questions that artists and photographers get all the time. You all get them all the time. What you guys all suck at is turning those questions, okay, into selling conversations, meaning you need to get in the habit of saying, thank you so much for that compliment. That's amazing. I appreciate you so much. By the way, that piece is actually for sale, okay? By the way, you could find that piece in my store. By the way, I'm also available for commissions. What would you like, right? Like, getting in the habit of being able to do that, and I just put it into the Zoom chat. I want you guys to watch this. It was like you're going to have to save it for later because I'm going to forget to put it in the email. But I walk through exactly how you do that, okay, how to contemplate what those scenarios look like, and then specifically really tactically in the weeds about how you can go about doing that on Instagram, because Instagram just has this phenomenal technology or feature set, I should say, that will allow you to do that. So just wanted to throw that in before I forget. Other than that, we've got 19 days till the start of October. And then we have Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming, okay? Back in the day, when I was growing up, certainly, when some of the rest of you were growing up, things used to be civilized. We used to have a nice Thanksgiving with our families, or not nice, depending on how crazy your family is. Then, the day after, that's when the shopping would start, and there was really just Black Friday, and then, yeah, whatever, there was some shopping the rest of the weekend, and then, we went back to our lives. Then, somewhere along the line, someone went from just having Black Friday to, we can really extend this sales holiday. Let's call Monday Cyber Monday, and we'll make Cyber Monday this huge deal day. And so then we had Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Okay, fine. It still started the day after Thanksgiving. Then some enterprising merchant was like, look, there's only so many dollars in this ecosystem. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take our Black Friday sale and we're going to move it up a week. We're going to call it the pre-Black Friday sale. And that way, anyone that was potentially going to buy something on Friday we'll be able to get access to those dollars. Now Black Friday starts like the day after Halloween. The day after Halloween, everyone starts banging the drum, this sale, that sale, and everyone is just competing with everyone else to get the available dollars before anyone else does, okay? That's number one. Number two, regardless of what you hear in the news or not in the news, or what side of the aisle you're not on the aisle, it feels like things are slowing down economically. I think most people would agree with that. There was the gas prices, the inflation, everything else. When you get into economic headwinds, whether or not a purchase is made is oftentimes tied to whether or not the item is on sale. Because when we're all feeling the pinch economically, it's very important for us, if we do make a purchase, to know that we are getting it at a discount and that we are saving money on it, right? That's like a very, very important concept. And so the sales that you contemplate in Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the times before then, are going to be very, very important, okay? They're going to be very, very important. In addition to that, if you've not done any marketing between now and then, that is going to be a problem because you're not going to have anyone to market to. Now, the good news is Instagram Reels get shown to people that don't follow you. So even if somebody's on this call and they're like, I haven't done anything, I've got nothing, you can start cranking on Instagram Reels right now and have access to a bunch of people that you wouldn't have had access to otherwise, and that gives you a good shot. But enough of me ranting and raving and bloviating. Who has got questions? And a couple of different ways to handle questions. One, at the bottom with a little Zoom window, there's this little smiley face with the reactions thing. Press that, press raise hand. I'll know you have a question. If you're one of the brave ones that has their camera on and you guys have a question, all you have to do is raise your hand and I'll see that. If you don't want to turn your camera on, you absolutely do not have to turn your camera on. You can just ask via audio. That's totally okay too. And then also, if you want to use the chat, you can throw questions in the chat. I will see those. If you're one of the ones that's watching on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, I see your comments as well. So feel free to leave a comment if you are so inclined, and we can get into it from there. Who wants to break the ice today? It always takes someone to break the ice. Someone's got to step up. Help me out. Help me out on a Monday here. Any successful strategies? So Cassandra's asking, any successful strategies using targeted Facebook and Instagram ads? You know, it's so funny. I've not gotten that question in like a long time, actually, a long time, which is really, really interesting. I have like a specifically long and big rant about Facebook and Instagram ads that I would traditionally go on. We're sort of in a weird period of time where if you're an artist, and this is the general rule of thumb, okay? If you're an artist or a photographer that sold over $2,000 directly from your website, it's time that you start advertising on Facebook and Instagram. The difference between what I advocate in terms of advertising on Facebook and Instagram is how you approach it, okay? What most artists and photographers do is they say, I need to go and find new people, and so I'm going to go onto Facebook and Instagram ads, and they usually start by boosting posts, okay? Don't ever boost posts. The 11th commandment is thou shalt not boost posts. Okay, light that money on fire. At least you'll get something out of it. You have some heat. What most people do is they go on and they say, go find me an audience that looks like such and such, and they spend the money and they say, I'm going to give this $500. And if I put $500 into this casino and I get back 1,000, I'll do it again, right? I'm going to give it a shot. That is lighting money on fire like I can't believe. Because you're essentially saying Facebook and Instagram, I'm not doing my marketing consistently. And instead, I'm just going to walk up to this little table and put my money down, and you deal the cards, and I hope this is going to work out. It's no different than going to Vegas. It's even worse than that. It's going to play in the lottery. What does work, okay, if you are doing regular and consistent marketing, is you get a warm audience. What is a warm audience? Everyone that's on your email list goes into an audience. Everyone that's visited your website goes into an audience. Everyone that's interacted with your Facebook or Instagram page in the last 365 days goes into an audience. And anyone that's visited your website goes into an audience. We call that audience collectively the kitchen sink audience. And you can and should spend $5 to $10 a day as a small and up-and-coming artist every single solitary day showing those posts to people that are in your warm audiences. That is a very good strategy. And essentially all that is the paid Facebook and Instagram plan. Because prior to Reels, what happened? We did all this work to get people to follow us on Facebook, and we did all this work to get people to follow us on Instagram, and then none of them saw our damn posts. And so all that strategy did was get everyone that followed us to actually see our posts. And so that was a really effective way to do ads if you're marketing consistently. Almost no artists are. So that's a tough place to be. So that's how I would answer that, Cassandra. I'm going to unmute you just in case you want to ask the follow-up, because I don't know if you do or if you don't. You can unmute or not unmute. It doesn't matter to me. Yep, there you are.
Yeah. I appreciate your answer on that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my other question, I had just one other one, if that's okay.
No, please. That's
success with like pre-selling. What are your opinions on success with like pre-selling a collection, having maybe like concepts to show, but not the final product? Does that ever work?
It could work, but I mean, are you attempting to get validation whether or not to finish the thing, or are you contemplating using that solely as just like a marketing activity? You're going to show sketches and say, this is what the collection's going to be. Anyone that wants to leave a deposit now will get such and such. I mean, give me a little bit more in depth of like where you are mentally on what you want that to achieve for you. Oh, did I lose you? Did you mute again? I think I lost you. Hold on. Let me find your name again. Yeah, you muted again. I'm going to unmute you again, Cassandra.
Thanks.
No worries.
Yeah, it's mostly just a marketing strategy. No matter what, the work's going to get done.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of feel like it'd be nice if, some of the items pre-sold, that way, later down the road, it's like, oh, okay, it's a limited quantity,
Mm-hmm.
there's that built-in kind of like, scarcity, if you will.
Yes.
I don't really like
Yes.
the word, but
no, it's real. Trust me. I don't necessarily like the word either, but when it's real and it works.
Exactly. Yeah. That's really what it is to me. It's just like getting it out there as soon as possible and creating that scarcity for it.
Yes. And okay, so in terms of that, yes, I believe it can be an extremely effective way of doing things. And it's kind of like, the homes are being built now, get in your deposit now, and you'll save such and such. It's a way of introducing urgency into your point scarcity early on in the process. But it's
Mhm.
only going to work if you've been doing regular and consistent marketing. If you're throwing it out there as like a technique or tactic and you haven't really been doing anything else and warming up the list, then it can be a little bit off-putting and it usually doesn't work. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it can be effective if you're doing regular and consistent marketing. If you're just going to throw it out there and you haven't been doing any regular and consistent marketing, it's not going to hurt you to give it a shot. So you could still totally do it. But it's really, really hard, this whole business, okay, and especially marketing. The thing that's really, really hard about it is to understand that just about anything that we do in terms of marketing, if it feels really emotional, then that's when you know it's just a mathematical equation. And this is really hard to explain, but let me explain it. Human beings need an incentive plus scarcity to take action. That's the nature of a sale, right? And the mathematical formula is discount plus scarcity means human beings are more likely to take action, right? That is just truth. That is just truth. That's why everyone has sales all the time, because it doesn't even matter what the it is. Buy one, get one free, 5% off, 2% off, 10%. It doesn't matter. Discount plus scarcity. The scarcity is ends in 48 hours, ends today, ends tomorrow, ends Black Friday. When you have those two things going, you are always going to get more people to take interest and take action. It's just a mathematical formula, right? So
Yeah.
as opposed to a normal marketing message, what you proposed has both of those things. And I think that's awesome, right? Especially if you end it. And once you realize that, you work it into more and more and more of your marketing, and it's just a normal sales technique and tactic.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I like where your head's at with that, though. Okay. Patricia, you're up next. Go ahead, Patricia.
Okay, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Oh my God, there I am. Okay, so I'm just starting. I have my photography. I have like 25 things up. I have a few sketches, cityscape sketches, but they're mainly landscape photography and seascape. So like some of them are perfect for those corporate wall hangings, keep going,
Yeah.
Right, okay. And they're also good for interior design, which I'm gonna market. Part of my plan is to market, literally just direct market to people that I know are in the interior and renovation industry, and literally just have them go to my site and say, I'd like you to consider this artwork for your renovations, for your interior design, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of it, I want to do direct marketing. I'm having a real technical problem signing up for the Blitz, the fourth quarter jumpstart that you guys do. I've had some problems, but it's making me think maybe I need to just stop and think about this for a minute, because I have not sold anything. So if I'm blitzing to Instagram and Facebook, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I don't know if it's even effective if I have no email list.
Yeah.
Other than these specific people. I have like 60 of my friends on Facebook. I have 130 on Instagram. So I don't know really who I'm marketing to. If I do that program, it's a lot of money, and I don't know if it's a waste of money at this, not ever, but at this stage.
Yeah. Totally valid questions. What I would say is, have you sold the work to people not named mom, dad, brother, family?
No.
Yeah. So that's the first thing that needs to be solved.
Okay.
That's the first thing that needs to be solved. Okay. And everyone always asks, like, is art storefronts a magic bullet? Like, how much am I going to make in the first year? Like,
right.
What can I expect? Who are your best selling artists? And what I've come to realize, like, over doing this for the years and years and years, is that there is no magical formula that works for everyone. There never has been, right? So if I was in your shoes and it was like, okay, sign up with us or don't sign up with us, if you were 100% committed to making this a career and you were going to go at it no matter what, I would say you can sign up with us. That's great. If you're like, yeah, I really want to do this, but I'm not sure yet, then I would really prefer you have sold the work to someone, because you need to know that you have a product that the market wants, right?
Right.
Because if you end up going through all of that, like,
right, for nothing,
activity and learning everything, and then you have to change your subject material to get there, Is that a decision you're going to be comfortable with making?
Right. No.
Because making it in this business to like a large extent, and I always cite this headline because no one ever teaches this stuff. Pablo Picasso, when he died, had 45,000 unsold works in his inventory.
Right.
And what he understood that no one ever teaches is like early on, not even early on, all the way throughout, it's often a game of archery. And what everyone does is everyone says like, here's my arrow. Here's what I've created. And this is what I like. And this is what inspires me. And this is what I love to shoot. And this is my backyard, whatever it is. And they go and fire the arrow at the target. And it might hit the target. It might hit a bullseye. It might go into the neighbor's yard somewhere else, right? It's not about that one arrow. You have to be comfortable taking a bunch of different shots, and that's how you actually arrive at what your most popular subject materials are going to be. What Pablo Picasso teaches us is just because you take the one product to market and it doesn't work out incredibly, it doesn't mean you're a crappy artist or a crappy photographer. It just means you only gave yourself one shot.
I get what you're saying. It's kind of like so my thought here is like, I think that was a blessing in disguise. I was having a lot of technical problems signing up for that fourth quarter thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm feeling, and I've been literally awake at night 2 nights in a row worrying about this. And I think what I'm more comfortable with is doing my direct marketing to the people I know I want to market to. Some are huge worldwide corporations that I kind of have an in with, that I'd like to try to sell direct to them for them to purchase it from my website.
That's not what I would do either.
Oh God.
That's not what I would do either.
No.
Here's what I would say. You need to determine whether or not the work will sell in the fastest way imaginable. The easiest way to do that is book yourself a local show, fair, brewery, swap meet, whatever. Have enough inventory on hand to be able to sit in the booth with it and see whether or not it sells.
Right.
No one wants to hear that answer, but that is the absolute quickest way to determine whether or not there is a market for your work. Okay, that's number one. Number two, everyone talks to me about who they want to market to, right? Like, number one, it's usually high net worth individuals. A lot of times, secondarily, it's interior designers, right?
Right.
And there's ways that you can do that, but I don't find it to be as effective as just doing regular and consistent marketing without a target and doing it for at least a year and then finding out who your target audience is and letting them come to you, right? Like, if you were to say like, no, I really just want to market to interior designers. Okay, do you have any idea how many fabric, furniture, art, sculpture, flooring, electronic people are trying to market to those people all day long? It's crazy.
Right.
It's staggering. It's out of control. And no one ever wants to hear about how to do it. Everyone's like, I'm going to do that. And I'm like, okay, that's 2 roads diverged into a wood, right? I'm starting the same as you, Patricia, and I'm just going to do regular and consistent marketing, Facebook, Instagram, capture emails, post regularly, run sales. And then you and I are going to go find interior designers. So you're going to go on to Houzz. Houzz is the site where they all are, Houzz. And you're going to send a minimum of 50 personal messages to all those various different interior designers every day for 6 months. Okay? That's what marketing to interior designers looks like. After that period of 6 months, you're also going to keep a couple $1,000s worth of inventory on hand such that any of them need any of it in a pinch, you're willing to just let it go. Not meaning they can keep it, but saying that you need to come check out my inventory. Here it is. You come grab whatever pieces you want, show them to the client, market the house, stage the home, whatever you're doing, and you do that consistently for a year. No one ever does that consistently for a year, but that's what it takes. That's what you have to do. You have to regularly show up week in, week out. If you think you're going to just get one interior designer on the phone, okay, that person might only have 3 or 4 jobs a year. They might have 10 jobs a year, and your style might not fit any of them, and it might just fit one of them. And so you're putting all your eggs in this basket where you get one exposure a year per interior designer. Okay, if that works, you're going to need about 450 of them to actually have relationships with and know who they are. So you can go that interior design route, or you can focus that route more on just general marketing, and through that regular, consistent marketing, you kind of find out who your audience, who your tribe is, and you attract them that way, right? Like the interior designer one can be interesting, but it's also very difficult. And I'm reminded of a gal. We have this Facebook group where all our customers inside of it. And it's called Small Wins, and we encourage people to post their wins. It gets everyone fired up and everything else. This gal's like, I just got the biggest order I've ever had, and it was like for $45,000, a whole bunch of different pieces for an interior designer. and everyone was like, how'd you find her? Did you email him? Was it like targeted? Was it this? Was it that? And she's like, no. Turns out the interior designer's daughter had been following me for 6 months on Instagram and loved my post and showed her mom. That's how it happens in the real world. That's how you find interior designers.
Right. Well, I have a very specific, it's not interior designers, it's very specific, but I don't really want to talk about it, but it's a worldwide situation. So I know what I totally get what you're saying. Well, what about the, okay, I think I know where this is going. What about the live, doing any of the live things at this point? Is it still too soon to do the live?
No, not at all. It's never too soon to do the live.
Which sounds like a totally technically confusing.
It is. The good news is I'm going to send all of you guys a guide on that. And so I put this, where did I put this? I put this in, oh, there it is. Boom. I'll put this in the email that I send to you guys after the fact. And it's how to run live art shows 2022, a quick start guide. And it walks you through, it's 2 pages. One is like this big, long conceptual. It shows you real artists, their shows, what they talk about it, how they're terrified of being on video, how it's awesome. And then at the end, there's a guide. And the guide walks you through like step by step, technically, really like how to do it. Basically the setup, the equipment you need, inventory and pricing, how to get paid and all of that. So that can be awesome and very helpful. But again, like, you need to start in on active marketing.
Okay, good. I have one question. I don't want to hog the whole thing here.
No one else has their hand up, so it's
okay. Because of what you're saying, what about just starting small and just posting a very personal thing to my Instagram and Facebook saying this, I set up a website. It'd be great if whoever wanted to, went and looked at it, and just leave it and say no pressure, just I set it up, it's all ready to go. And if you're interested in looking at, because people see my travel photography on my Instagram and they love, they just love, and Facebook, and that's how they know why they like my work is from when I go somewhere and I post my pictures, I say I'm doing travel photography, and that's basically my audience is people that travel, the people that like travel for locations.
Yes. And that's why you need to watch that YouTube video that I sent up there, because, when they're like, oh my gosh, amazing photo, incredible.
Yes, they do that all the time.
Yeah. So you need to turn those into buying questions, buying conversations. So I want you to watch this YouTube video. No kidding. Did you get it out of the chat? Do you know how to find the chat? So the chat's at the very bottom, and you just click this little chat box.
Yeah.
Boom. And it'll pop a box out that looks like that. And it's right there at the top. You need to watch that video.
So how do I?
Everybody needs to watch that video, by the way.
Okay, hold on.
Just click it, and it'll open in your browser.
Oh, I'm technically handicapped. Let me tell you here.
I'm here for you. Don't worry.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and for those of you guys that came late, like all of you guys need to see this. I'll figure out a way to get it in the doggone email after the fact. Oh, in fact, you know what I can do?
Send me it.
I know what I can do. I can put it in there. I'm making a note to myself right now to get this thing in there. Get the video in there. Because early on, like it's not even early on. It's like, the sheer number of times that you guys will get this throughout the year, and you don't realize that someone's actually like, they're interested. All you have to do is turn it into a selling conversation.
Yes.
And that's the only way, by the way, you'll ever know if they are just being nice human beings to flatter you, or whether they're actually really interested. So that's what I would say.
So do you think that would be just reasonable? Just do a small, say I set up a website to sell a lot of this photography.
I think you should book a fair and show tomorrow.
And
print the inventory and go do it.
Okay, so I just
any local show, any local fair, it could be at a brewery, it could be an actual art thing, it could be any of the above, and you should go do it. Go do it immediately.
Okay, and then do the Instagram and Facebook notice, just like I'm giving a notice that I set up a web page for all my travel photography. I've been doing traveling for 3 years all over the world. So people love my travel photography. That's what I made a calendar as a gift to give it to people that have helped me, because I publish a book and a lot of people have helped me. And I just made a calendar and sent it all over to people all over the world. And some of the comments made me cry. I mean, it was like, oh my God. So that's what made me want to do the website and try to sell it, because people just went, oh my God, So So you think I should just do a small blurb in Instagram and Facebook, say I set up a website for my travel photography and here it is, and put the link on there, and then just leave it at that. Just say, you know.
No, I think you should do an in-person fair show.
Oh. Well, yeah, but that goes all over the world, where a show is just like right here in little Arizona.
Yep. Get into that show in Little Arizona and have a conversation with 50 strangers and see what happens. That will be the game changer.
All right. So don't do anything.
You can do both. You can do both. Just, you're going to do the other thing and 7 people are going to see it and you're going to be like, I'm in the same place I was before. I don't know. Right?
I understand. And actually where I live is a pretty big art show city. Yep. There's lots of them. Yep.
And it's cooling off. Summer's almost over, so get in there.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you. All you guys see another hand. Yep. So thank you very much.
Thanks,
okay.
Okay, Karen, you're up next. Go ahead, Karen. And you'll need to unmute. I'll let you know when you get it. You're on your phone. It's usually somewhere down the bottom, Karen. And it's like the microphone icon, and you just have to click it. Yep, gotcha.
I'm here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, great. Thank you. My question is, I'm a single mom. So I have a lot of work to do, like take care of my kids, of course, but most important is have the time to get money because the father is not paying support, blah, blah, blah. Yep. So the thing is that I don't have time to paint every day. And what I'm trying to say is that I know that it's very important to go on Instagram and build videos and stuff so people, can start following you on Reels and stuff. But I don't have time to paint every day. And for example, I keep painting a painting that is being for 1 month, and I can't finish it.
Yeah, I know.
So I can't find a way to upload different videos of painting if I'm not painting because I don't have time. What I do have is a lot of painting that I haven't sell, for example. But what can I do?
You can just show those.
I've been showing that kind of painting for almost a lot of time.
Yeah.
But what I really understand is that nowadays people are more into videos and reels than pictures. Like they swap and see videos instead of seeing pictures.
Yeah, that's true. That's true at a macro important, but all of it's important. And just doing it regularly and consistently is important. And there's no like special trick, right? Like everything always changes on the social networks and it changes often. And there's definitely this renewed push towards video, but posting regularly and consistently in the feed and in videos and on Facebook and capturing emails and emailing the emails regularly, you have to do all of it, and you have to do all of it consistently. And I know where you are right now, single mom, you're like, does this guy know how any time I have? How little time I have? I mean, trust me, I have two kids, and they drive me absolutely nuts. So I totally understand. I totally understand where you are. It's not easy, right? Like to have the time for all three. I would subscribe to the podcast. Have you heard the podcast, the Art Marketing Podcast?
No.
My podcast, it's good. It's good. And I think if you just listen to that and do what you can. How old are your kids?
7 and 10.
So it's getting a bit easier, but also a bit harder. I get that.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I get that. And there's no question it's going to be hard for you. Like having as little time as you do, like it's really, really hard. But if you really want this business to work and to grow, you have to just be honest with yourself. Like at this stage of my life right now, I have like 3 extra hours a week. That's it. And take one of them to paint and take the other 2 to market and do that for 52 weeks in a row. And that's how you move the needle. That's not easy, I know.
Okay. And regarding the hashtags, because I've been trying to understand what are the hashtags that I have to...
They're not going to make you or break you. Put in 3 or 4 of them. Make them up as you go. It doesn't matter. It's more important that you post than the hashtags.
Okay. And it's more important to do reels or just post and post?
I would do reels first, yes, if you can. Okay, and don't overthink them. Just do them light and bright and fun. And when
Okay.
you make a reel, you can save the reel. You can put a reel in your Instagram story, and then you can also put the reel in. It will also go into the normal feed. So it goes all of those various
Yeah.
different places. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I honestly, I don't even know how like Karen does it. Like the single mom. Like if I was responsible 100% for my 2 children, I would go nuts. Very, very hard. So amazing job you're doing, regardless, Karen. Regardless of how much time you have to spend on your work, it's not easy raising 2 kids. But who else? Who else, guys? Questions? Questions? Comments? Concerns? Could be about anything. I got an awesome. Thank you, Avril. I see that for the Art Marketing Podcast. She listens to it too. I got to get. I'm pretty sure that is in the email that I send you guys after the fact. So you'll end up getting that. And you'll end up seeing that. Trying to think what else. What else can I do on Instagram? I think also on. Did I do another thing on Instagram? I can't even remember. On how to post. Yeah, I did. I think I did. So here's what I did. I'm going to find it right now. I know what I did. So another one of these sessions that I did just recently, it's also really good, and I'm going to send it to you guys. I'm going to pull it up now, and I'm going to put it into the chat, and then I'll figure out a way to get in there. But I did like auditing. I did auditing of Instagram profiles and what they need to have on them. Okay, and like what the most important thing an Instagram profile can have. I think that'll help you guys out a ton too. Because no one tells you these things, the bare minimums of this, that, and the other that you have to do. Where is it? Hold on. I'm auditing Instagram accounts. Okay, I found it. So, Karen, this is for you, too, because what it'll show you to do is, like, when you post, when you get going on a reel, it shows you all the various different ways you can use it. I'm putting that into the chat, too. So, there they are. There's the 2 of them. And this is so funny. Katinka, you are so funny. She's like, no one can see these comments. Can I see them? I'm like, yes, I see all the comments. She's like, I'm so short, no one can see me. All the comments are the same size, Katinka. It doesn't matter if you're short or you're not, but your sense of humor is awesome. Now that made me laugh. Okay, who else, guys? Questions, comments, concerns? Yep, Rosalind, I gotcha. All right, go ahead.
Do you on this program mention how much it costs to get started with
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Is it at the end, or should I call back or go on?
No. I can give you the broad strokes. I don't really go into like all the.
Also, is there a step-by-step after enrolling? Is there a step-by-step? Fine. Okay. Here's the money. What is your next step, and what is my next step to follow? Mm-hmm. You know, as far as sending you artwork, or I have no idea what steps that follows after the initial payment.
Yep, totally understand. So one thing I would say big picture is number one, we are part website technology company like you would think. We are number 2, part postgraduate university that teaches, advanced art and photography, business and marketing. So we're kind of 2 things. And then we also have like a huge in-house marketing agency. But when you sign up with us, in contrast to everyone else, yes, you get a website. Yes, we build the website for you. Yes, we charge you a monthly fee on the website. And then the university portion, you pay a one-time fee to get into the university. And the university, I see your question, Marcos. Don't worry. To get into the university, like we have classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, all year long. All kinds of special sessions. You're supported. There's chat. There's one-on-one video calls, all these various different things, right? And that's what sort of differentiates us from everyone else. I think our baseline plan, I think, is like something like $1,400, somewhere around there, and then a monthly fee for the website, which is like $49. And you pay one time to get into the university, you're done, then you just pay your monthly website fee. For that, not only do you get a website, that allows you to offer all these various different prints instantaneously. It's the most advanced art selling website on the planet. But the more important thing, which you need, because no one on here has a website problem, is you need to be taught how to market and grow the business. And it is no joke. It feels to me like a college. That really is what it is. It's like what we've morphed into. And we teach you all year long how to do everything. how to capture emails, how to email the emails, how to run a sale, how to run a live art show, how to post on Facebook, how to post on Instagram, advanced selling techniques and tactics, how to better market yourself in shows and fairs, all these various different things. And ultimately, that's what you guys need more than anything else. That's what you need more than anything else, straight up.
But I do all the mailing of all my products.
No, you do none of the mailing of any of your products aside from the originals. Everything else is taken care of by us. So there is essentially, you pick a print partner, and we have 2 different print partners that you can pick from. One's on the West Coast, one's on the East Coast. They're the same, more or less. And then we have a merch partner, and so you pick which merch things you want to sell. When an order comes in, you get paid, the printer gets paid, the printer prints the thing, boxes the thing, slaps your logo on the side of the box, ships it to the customer, and our software sends all the emails. You don't touch anything. Nothing.
So
Nothing.
And I'll still be able to get 50 cents.
Yes. Yes, of course. You set the prices. We don't set the prices for you.
Okay. I've been looking at this for the last year.
Mhm.
I don't know, it's taking me so long.
Well, don't worry. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere.
Okay, but I think I'm ready. You're ready, and maybe yeah.
Okay. We'll have somebody reach out. Call you.
Thank you.
Did you put in a demo request or no?
A demo request?
Yeah.
I talked to someone. No.
talked to
I don't think it was a demo. It was a conversation over the phone, but it wasn't. I
Okay.
don't know what a demo request is.
That's basically, it's like
Is it what you?
it's just like this. It's a Zoom call just like this, except they like show you all the software and all the plans and all the everything else. I'll find you in the system, Rosalind, and know if somebody called you.
But I think I spoke to someone. I have all kind of notes here. Veronica or something.
Yep.
I don't know. You have. I think it was Veronica. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. You guys speak the same language,
Yep.
right?
I'll have somebody call you.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 All right. Thanks, Rosalind.
Thank you. Can
Oh, hold on. I got trigger happy on the button. I feel like you had one more follow-up question. Hold on. I'm unmuting you again, Rosalind. What did you say in the last second there? You have to hit the microphone icon thing again, just like you did before.
can I leave now? I need to go pick
Yeah,
up
of
my
course.
grandson.
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Okay, guys. Who else? Questions, comments, concerns? It's funny. I see a comment in the chat. Marcos is like, "Is this a fake Zoom? I'm raising my hand and no one can see me." Marcos, did you really think I was that good? I was going to be able to pull this off as a fake Zoom? I'm very flattered at that. No, it was not a fake Zoom, but he's already left, so there's nothing I can do. All right, who else? Any other questions, comments, concerns? It's okay if not. I will email you guys all of the this, that, and the other after the fact, probably like in an hour or so, because I got to get those new links in there. Thank you for sticking it out with me on a Monday. Hope to see you on either an upcoming session or, join the Arts Reference family or see me on a live broadcast. And hope you guys all have a great rest.